Hello and welcome back to Computer Classes by Rachna. Now we will be discussing different types of functions which can be applied on this data. We have already covered in previous videos what is the difference between a formula and a function. And we have applied a formula to calculate the total of the marks of Hindi, English, Maths, SST and Science. And we have applied a formula to calculate the average of these marks. So we have applied for average total upon 5, or we can also directly apply this average from D3 plus E3 plus F3 plus G3 plus H3 divided by 5, which is the total in bracket divided by 5. Or we can also give the range of the formula, which is like this, that we give the entire range in the function, so which is equal to average D3 colon H3. So when we give a function, we can give the range, but when we give a formula, we have to give the symbols like mathematical symbols, plus, minus, divide, etc. So when it is a function, we have to use the name of the function. The name of the function for average is average, and we give the range, or we give the value separated by commas. And when we talk about the function to add the values, the name of the function is sum. We can give the value separated by commas, or we can give the range D3 to H3, or we can give D2 comma E2 comma F2 comma G2 comma H2. So now we will talk about the other functions which can be applied to this. Let's say we want to calculate the total. So calculate the total, how many number of students are there. I can write total underscore st for the name of values, and now I can apply the function. Whether we use function or formula, we must have the equal to symbol. So first of all, I'm using count. So when I use count can be applied only to the numeric values. So what are the numeric values? I can say that roll number is having numeric values. So I'll use equal to count, and then I can double click this count. Once we double click, we can see that it is showing the scenario. It is value 1 comma value 2, or I can give the range also. So I select these values. So it is these set of values that I want to count, and which is A1 is the heading, so it should be A2 to A11, and then I close it and enter. So can you see 10? Because we have total 10 students with the detail, and the first row is giving the headings of the column, so we will include A2 to A11. So since there are less number of rows, we can easily count them, but if there are more rows, then it becomes difficult. So we can use a formula equal to count, and when I click here, you can see at top it will show me the formula in the formula bar, which is count A2 to A11. All right, and suppose I apply this formula. Suppose I apply this formula on the names. Since name is not a numeric value, if I will count these names, you can see I have applied for B2 to B11 and I enter, it will give me 0. Although we have 10 students, but it is giving me 0 because we have used the function count, and count is applied only to the numeric values. So if I use B2 to B11, it will give me 0. So the solution is I should apply count function only to the numeric values, which are in this case the roll number, which is A2 to A11, and then I close it and enter. So if I want to count the names, so this is actually counting total students through roll numbers. All right, and now I can count total students through name. When I count the total students using names, I cannot use the function count. Why? Because count is used to count the values which are numeric. Now since I want to count the values which are non-numeric, I must have the symbol equal to, and I have to use a different function. What is the name of that function? The name of that function is count A. So count A is a function which is used for count all. So equal to is the first thing that we have to apply. Then I use COUN. The moment I'll do this, I'll get all the options of count. So I'll click on count A. So now count A is going to count all the values, all types of values. So if I give numbers also, it will take numbers also. If I give names also, it will take names also. So I'm selecting B2 to B11 and I enter. See, it is giving me 10. If I applied the count function from B2 to B11, it gave me 0. But when I applied count A for B2 to B11, it gave me 10. Now suppose I change it again to A2 to A11. Here also it will give me the answer 10 because it counts all the values whether they are numeric or they are characters. See, is it clear? But since I'm counting through names, I will give B2 to B11. I hope you have understood the difference between count and count A. Thank you so much.